Alright, if nobody has told you yet, your art is not that great, bro. You might have been working for a long time, but it's just not that great. I'm so sorry. But that's what that little guy over there told me to tell you, not me, bro. But the truth is that your art will never be perfect. Having that mentality is not good for you, bro. So let's talk about it and ways in which you can get over it too.
But that one too many times. I ain't had no alibi.
So bro was kind of right in the sense that your art is never going to be perfect. Your art doesn't suck. That's up to you and for the other people that honestly have that opinion. And obviously there's subjectively good art with like all the stuff that you can learn and yada yada yada. But that's for another video. But what you're feeling now is that you're just completely dissatisfied with your art and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Is this even worth doing? Because you're not proud of the work that you're producing, so why would I make it? You know what I'm saying? Better to just stop making it over as a whole and just go pursue something else that you may find interesting. And to be honest, these were all the things that I felt completely as well. Can I tell you guys a story real quick? I'm gonna give you the TLDR notes because this whole phase of my life needs a whole video on its own, like a story time. Let me know if you guys want that. But yeah, this was around the 10th and 11th grade in my art class, which was much more seriously focused on like art and like, like just basic art class. But this wasn't your basic art class. Imagine like an Elden Ring boss fight every Monday and Thursday. I think it was every Monday and Thursday. But imagine having to fight a new Elden Ring boss battle every single time in the same arena with the same boss with new moves. Like what bro, that shit was hell. Not only did my teacher kind of suck, bro, he was a workaholic that loved picking at people's business. Like, he would tell you that he knew he was not to be fucked with, and I did it. Personally, I tried to stay out the way. This class really was competitive in a way that I was not prepared for. I was like, la-di-da-da, we're just gonna draw, right? And we're gonna get graded on it. Sure, we had assignments, but like the pressure, from what I remember, like my teacher just had this whole like perfectionist mindset. And to be honest, mind you, I wasn't completing my assignments, so hey, it's kind of my fault too. But in that class, we were forced every single week to review every single person's work and go around the class as everyone presented their work around the class. And that just got into my head like crazy. At a time when I was still very much insecure, I still am for sure. So I was worried about what everyone thought about not just me, but my work now. So carrying on that mentality into like my 12th and like higher education, I just kind of put that mentality into almost everything that I did, even like video editing, art. Well, not really art anymore, because from that class I stopped doing art completely for like 2-3 years. It wasn't until like much after, after COVID or so, like that, around that time, that I kind of like played around with it, but I still never like came back to it completely. Video editing was my new way of expressing art, bro, and that was why like I started doing YouTube on like my other channel and here too. Competition's great, it like makes people like go above that limit. You're in a place where there are multiple people with the same goals and talents, and varying talents, and you can learn from them. It's meant to be a budding experience, but in that class it was just so toxic, bro. At least that was the way I processed it. That was not a great environment for me, bro. Looking at the way that affected me now, I am very much a perfectionist myself too. So to be honest, this video is kind of like a reminder to myself in that kind of sense. Dabbling in that sense of perfectionism and just really sinking your teeth in it is not good for your overall enjoyment of the art medium as a whole. Because if you're constantly criticizing your own artwork that you spent hours doing, but this stuff is tasking mentally too, like you're constantly looking at references, trying to find ways to do things. For some people, demons, it's freaking second nature. I'm trying to be like them, to be honest, bro. But it's hard work, and you can't just go and be that person in your head just nitpicking it, just like all those other people in the past that did it. I mean, in my case, that did it. Diddy did it. 1,000 bottles, or was it 10K? Each one was a gallon. But you can't have that negative self-talk with yourself. It's not healthy whatsoever. So you really need to cut that, and that's the first step to achieving enlightenment. I'm kidding. I think it's always gonna be there. Me personally, I'm not a therapist, bro. Still going through it. Like, I kind of identify as a perfectionist myself too. I care a lot about my art, so I don't think I'm ever really gonna get over it. I'm just gonna learn how to cope with it, and that's what I'm trying to help you out too. And that falls into the next step too, trying to silence those thoughts and to kind of like fight back against that, like, oh, it's not good enough, I need to do this, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I need you to understand that everyone sees art in a different way. What you may see as ass might be Van Gogh to someone else, and that might be another person that sees those two as horrible pieces of art, and thinks like an apple being thrown at a wall is like peak fiction. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like the weird part with art, like it's an amalgamation of everyone's opinions and thoughts, and like we're just like throwing it on a page. It doesn't matter what form it takes, we are trying to express a part of ourselves through it. Hence this video too. I'm a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making this, dude, it's a whole paradox, bro. And even like the drawings I'm drawing in this video too, while I'm yapping, it's an extension of me, and it's like a peek into, me. You may not know the whole picture, but honestly, bro, It's not your business. Respectfully. No, I'm kidding. But we represent our deepest subconscious and who we are and like our past experiences and our feelings onto that paper or in whatever medium that you express yourself. This isn't just limited to just like art, but like art. You get it, right? Understanding that everyone has a different perspective when it comes to your art, it kind of helps deal with that negative self-talk with yourself. But don't hate on yourself, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to discern between criticism and also, you know, like just straight up like shit that doesn't need to be heard. Because you shouldn't be taking advice from people who aren't, you know, in the same field as you. You should filter that shit out. You shouldn't listen to everyone's opinion. Not everyone's opinion matter. And if you're in that bucket, I'm sorry, but yours just doesn't matter. It may matter to someone else, but it doesn't matter to me, bro, to be honest. I'm just using me as an example. I ain't shooting shots at anyone. Just having everyone's thoughts on something, it like kind of clogs you up. It's like a toilet, you know what I'm saying? If everyone's putting their shit inside and toilet paper and spit, and toilet is for poop, right? It's only used for poop. You don't want to go put a bottle inside. You can put toilet paper. It's not always advised to put baby wipes in there. You know what I'm saying? Just organize the thoughts properly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna get it out the park on your first try, you know what I'm saying? It takes a while. Like, it took me a while to get to this point where I feel comfortable enough to make a YouTube channel where niggas are gonna openly and already have criticized my work. And to be honest, I wasn't expecting views like this. So am I scared? Yes. Am I still gonna post? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Art is more than just listening to what people think. It's a part of it because interacting with those people is fun. Like how I interact with you guys that comment on my videos, I freaking love it. But it's also like enjoying the process of creating something and trying to make something that was in your mind onto paper, onto video, onto sculpture, onto whatever you freaking like, bro. And that's freaking amazing. That whole journey is almost equal to finishing it. Almost. And speaking of finishing it, let's talk about never finishing work, because perfectionism can also lead to that, and you have to stop that. If you have a work that you had a whole vision for, that you had planned out, and trust me, I am a hypocrite, I've had videos. Y'all don't know, like, this is actually my second channel. I have a main channel that I have videos upon videos that I've had plans on doing, and I've recorded and everything, never edited. Some I've edited halfway, scrapped. I think you just gotta, like, it's like a mountain, you know what I'm saying? Like, the slope's easy, like recording, doing the little cuts here and there. And then there's like a steep part that's hard to like go up. And I think that's where you're at. And you just really need to get over that slump. And then it's like easy. And then you feel so good finishing that stuff. Perfect example, my first video on this channel was my 50-day drawing challenge. I always had this idea when I was in the hospital of how this video was gonna come out. I don't like to get overwhelmed with my thoughts a lot, so I just like type it down on my paper, you know what I'm saying? And I just like made like a whole like, you know, like just like vision of how I wanted the video to be. And I was like, you know what, let me pull out all the stops, let me try and make this happen. And I posted it, and it's my most viewed video on this channel. I don't know why you niggas liked it like that, and it's the main reason that you're probably watching this video if you're a loyal subscriber. I love you. But you never really know where your art's gonna take you or who's gonna see it. It might go badly, but that's just how people are gonna think. You can't control the way people think. That's just how it is, man. We're complex beings. You're gonna think badly, and you have probably thought badly of someone else's creation or opinions, or, you know, like the shoes they wear or their freaking haircut. You might hate that my mustache is coming in. I kind of like it. Do I care about your opinion? No, not really. But the real question is, if you mess with this video right here, you can watch it, you can check it out. It's a fact that you will like it. Was that good? No, I don't know, bro.